Good evening, everyone. Good evening, football vloggers, and good evening, viewers out there. We've got a full house tonight. You see 6 on the screen. I'll just go around all the vloggers, let you know who they are. We've got Jake next to me, to my probably the left of your screen. You're Sheffield Wednesday Punk Chef.
Hello.
Good evening, Jake.
I'm not too bad. How are we all?
Oh, good, man.
Fine, thanks. Next to him, we've got a young man called Luke. He's a Forest podcaster. Good evening, Luke.
Evening, Lee. Evening, everyone.
Underneath him, I've got another Forest fan, the unmistakable Mr. Door from Door on Tour.
Unmistakable. What do you mean unmistakable?
Recognisable anywhere. Superstar of Sky Sports and everything. It's
no, that's Nappers. Nappers took my job.
Big people on. Next to him, we've got, and we're going to be playing him this week, so we can have a little chat about this. 18 Dapper Daniel from Doncaster Rovers, and next to him, we got young superstar Ben Cods Vlogs. Good evening, Ben.
Hiya, Lee. You all right, mate?
I'm absolutely fine, and we've got you. We've got you twice in a week away, so it's going to be a nightmare. So, and you're playing fantastic, but we'll talk about that later. We'll go around first of all. We'll go to Punk Chef Jake, who's Sheffield Wednesday, who let me down. Let me down on Saturday because you lost to Preston North End. The first time ever that Preston have won a game at home. Yeah, you're responsible. You destroyed my weekend.
It wasn't a great game, actually, because the goal they actually scored was their only shot on target. And it was a poor game, but we struggled after like 17 minutes when we got a man sent off for a ridiculous tackle. And it's that stupid thing where the start of the Tony Pulis era, we got Westwood back in the squad. Probably not the smartest decision to put him straight back in after he'd been out since November 2019. But he's back in the squad. We managed to get him registered. But it's going to be interesting what happened because we need to start getting results now. And it's what Tony Pulis can get done now. And to top it all off, Jack Marriott gone back to Derby as he got an injury issue. So we won't see him for like 6 to 7 weeks.
Oh, no.
So I think we've got about 4 strikers.
You don't need him anyway. You don't need him.
We need something, Bill.
Next to him, well, that's great. It's not looking. Do you think you're going to get out of it, Sheffield Wednesday? You think
we'll get out of it, but I'm not gonna be. I don't think we'll have that new manager bounce that people always talk about. I think there's a lot of work that needs doing. And let's be honest, Tony Pulis has been there a week. He hasn't got a house yet. He's not settled in the city. No. I think it's going to be one. Once he gets settled, the team will get settled. But from what I'm hearing is the players are already finding out that he's a very hard taskmaster, and some of them are taking it a bit interesting. Also, there was, if anyone hasn't seen it, there was an incident with Fisher and Callum Patterson, which has now gone to the FA. So basically, there's a video of the Preston defender. My camera's gone off. The Preston
looks good, Jake.
It's an improvement. It's an improvement.
There's a situation where the Preston defender has grabbed the Sheffield Wednesday player by the crown jewels, and he's about to get investigated for it. And it's clear as day, and it's an interesting one. I'm interested to see how they'll charge him with that one.
Right.
Okay. It'll be a 10-game ban.
That's what
it's not.
Right. It's all going great at Sheffield Wednesday. Exciting times. Next to him, we got Luke. He's a Nottingham Forest podcaster. Tell everybody your podcast while you're on. What's it called? If they want to check you out,
it's called the Walking on Water podcast, and it's on SoundCloud.
The Walking on Water podcast on SoundCloud. Okay. So what would you like to tell us about this week? What have you been looking at? Have you been looking at any different football, or what have you been doing this week? Or
well, this week I listened to Forest on the radio, and I thought it was an okay performance. We had chances on goal, which is an improvement from last time we went to Oakwell. We just couldn't find a finishing touch, and then conceded 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes, like Forest did toward the back end of last season. But this is a championship, so I think we'll probably go and beat Bournemouth tomorrow.
5-0.
You never know. Well, that's fighting talk. So underneath you, Luke, we got obviously Door on Tour. Obviously, you're going to be a bit animated about things that happened.
Well,
how did it? Did you watch it on iFollow, or did you listen on the radio?
I watched the game, and to be fair, we wasn't that bad. We wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It was a good game. It was a good game. Like, they hit the bar 3 times. We had 3 or 4 decent chances in the first half.
Yeah.
But the last 5 minutes, we just went. Their first goal was great. It was a fantastic goal.
Right.
But, yeah, we played well. We didn't deserve it. It was just the final third. We just couldn't score. But if we play like that against Bournemouth, we'll win. So yeah.
Right. So that's 2 for a win against Bournemouth. You're agreeing on that. The Forest fans are agreeing you're gonna win against Bournemouth. Right. Okay. Moving on to Doncaster Rovers and 18 Tapper. Hi, Daniel. Tell us a little bit about the weekend for you, because we've got you this on Tuesday.
What can I say about Saturday? Sunderland at home. First 20 minutes of the half, it was kind of just sparring, working each other out, and then Sunderland just got a foothold in the game, and it was just wave after wave of pressure. But I said on Twitter that I didn't think that Sunderland had the capability of scoring. I thought we looked really solid defensively, and then Leadbitter just unleashed an absolute rocket from 25, 30 yards. It was just straight as an arrow into the top corner. 3 keepers wouldn't have saved it.
Wow.
So ended up eating my words on that one. And then the second half came around. We played much better, controlled the ball a lot more, started to play football, but just lacking in that final third. And I put my foot in my mouth once again. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Twitter. On the 91st minute, I said, if we get an equaliser here, I'll run around the keep naked. And 2 minutes later, Brad Halliday, fantastic turn, squared it. Okenabiri put it away, and it's looking like I'm having to stand by my word, and things have started to gather a bit of momentum. But please go to my Twitter, follow. There's a link there for a donation page for
can I
cancer
inform
charity.
the Doncaster Free Press?
Say again, sorry.
Can I inform the Doncaster Free Press?
The Doncaster Free Press have actually posted something on Facebook today about it. So it's gathering some momentum, but if it gets money for charity, it's fantastic.
Oh no! Fantastic. So you've actually gone one further than Gary Lineker. Then you're doing that. Not even in your boxers. You're gonna completely.
I'm gonna have to have something keeping my dignity. I've got to. But I am wanting donations for support to do this. So yeah, get over to the Twitter.
We'll put it
have a look at that.
Are you going to do it as a charity thing, Daniel? Are you going to give it to
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, I was selected to play for Donny Rovers against Leeds in a Legends game where there were ex-players and fundraisers. I've been lucky enough to be selected again in 2020. But then that's been pushed back because of the pandemic. It's against Sheffield Wednesday, Punk Chef. So I'm not sure who the Wednesday players are. Nobody's been announced yet. So I'm currently raising funds for that. But
brilliant. Yeah, I think Door's got it on screen there, hasn't he?
My YouTube, and there's plenty of stuff on there. It's not.
Door's got it on his screen if you can see. I don't know if you can see that. Door's got it up on there. So.
Yeah, unfortunate. So trust me, tomorrow night against Blackpool, there will be no committing predictions.
Are you done now with committing them?
I'll predict the score. I'm not predicting anything else, I don't think.
Well, you can predict, but maybe not threaten to do things. That's Oh wow! Okay. Well, after that, we've got Ben at Fleetwood Town at Cod's Vlogs, who had a wonderful weekend, didn't you? Come on, tell us all about it. Must have been great.
Honestly, superb. The words I used so many on comms on the other day in the streaming. We were unbelievable, and we went to Bristol Rovers. In my opinion, grounds like Plymouth, grounds like Bristol Rovers, grounds like Gillingham, grounds like Accrington Stanley, grounds that might not be in the playoffs, but they'll be just outside the tough places to go. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We went to Gillingham, we went to Bristol Rovers and won convincingly. We were unbelievable. 4-1, should have been many, many more.
Yeah.
And to play Plymouth, and I'll be honest with you, I watched Plymouth in the week in preparation. A couple of their games this season. Saw bits when he played against Doncaster, saw bits when he played against you. Just to kind of highlight it.
Garbage against us.
And then I saw you play in a good way, in a good manner. Back 3-3-5-2, and they can convert to 4-3-3. They had a long way to travel. We got at them early. Sam Finley won the ball back, puts the ball, lobs the keeper from 30 yards, 1-0. Again, throwing right back, Madden on, Campton behind. And Callum Campton, in my opinion, is the best player in League One at the minute. 8 goals already to his name from central midfield. Signed from Rochdale's, already got more goals than he did last year.
Yeah.
He's a goal-scoring midfielder. He's a cracking player. He makes it 2. And then we get a 3rd eventually through Burns. And then, again, we go in at half-time with a 3-0 lead. We get a 4th through Mulgrew, then a 5th through another Camp Screamer. They do pull one back. Should have been many, many more. Great win. 9 goals in 2. 5 wins from 6, up to 7th, with 2 points off seconds. And anyone coming up now, we've got Sunderland on Friday, then we've got Northampton, and we've got Blackpool. 3 very decent sides in there. I'm very nervous, and I am going to call Blackpool a decent side. Obviously, they won the last 5 games. It's going to be a tough game. But one thing I am going to guarantee, Fleetwood are in form, Blackpool are in form, both scoring goals for fun. Fleetwood Town 0, Blackpool 0. You just know.
I knew you were going to say it.
Every time we play at Highbury, it's either 0-0 or the odd time it's 3-2. It'll be 0-0. No bones about it. It'll be 0-0.
Right. I just wanted to ask you actually, because I remember, pre-season, just before pre-season, you were bemoaning the fact that you didn't seem to have a team, and you didn't, you just weren't confident. Who are the signings, and what happened that's turned you into this? This goal machine at the moment. What is it?
Well, we've always had it. We've always had the goal machine because we had a good foundation up front. Paddy Madden, Ched Evans, Mark Duffy, Josh Morris, Wes Burns, Jordan, Barry Mackay, Harvey Saunders. There's 7 players that will get goals this year. Got Morris in behind as well. Right. And we can rotate. So it was never that. And we had a good midfield. We've got Roster back from injury, which is massive. Roster is one of the best midfielders in the league. Got injured a year ago to the day, actually, and he's just come back. Unbelievable player. And then, obviously, now played some good stuff. We brought in Charlie Mulgrew, and then we brought in Callum Connolly and Tom Edwards. That sorted our defence out. We've got a foundation now from the back. We've got Luckbyler in goal. So 4 of the back 5 has already changed. We look solid at the back. And when you have a good foundation at the back, you go and score goals. And it's simple as that. And we're thriving at the minute. 9 goals in 2, 3 in 11. 3 goals in 3 games, 11 goals. I was saying on the Sky podcast, it's anyone's league this year. There's about 8 or 9 good teams in the league, in my opinion.
There is. And teams are beating teams, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're not all, there's teams are getting, you beat, top of the league, didn't you? Whole top of the league, and you smashed them.
100%. And you went to Peterborough, beat them.
Sorry, Jay, what did you just say then?
In the private chat, there's a link to Dapper's donation if you want to put it on screen.
Right. Okay. Let me just do that then before we get to me. Okay. Oh God, no, it's just taking me away, isn't it?
Sorry, Ben.
No.
Can you just put that into the normal chat?
It won't let me. You can do it. You might be able to do it.
Can I?
Yeah.
It just, if I click on that, it just takes me to. I'm not quite sure. I'll sort that out in a minute anyway. So, it's kind of, it's all open, and Fleetwood are looking a very good side, aren't they? So who knows? You got to the playoffs last season, and that experience may bode well for you this season.
I honestly believe, Lee, I look at the table now and I look at the top half.
Yeah.
I think Blackpool are one of the only ones in that bottom half that will do something this year. Maybe the possibility of Oxford coming good, but I think it'll be unlikely, in my opinion. I think Wimbledon will fall off in the bottom half. I think Doncaster will be there or thereabouts. They always are. Obviously, problem is, I think with Doncaster, they win 2, but then they'll go and draw 2, and they won't win in 3. That's the problem with Doncaster. I've been cruel and made him go, haven't I? And then I think they could be there about. But then I believe it's anybody's to win League One this year. I don't think Peterborough are particularly amazing. You went and beat them, did well. Obviously, you're now in a new formation. Portsmouth are winning games of football. Ipswich are winning, but then they'll lose a few. So it's going to be an interesting season, Lee, and hold tight. And I've said it was one of the topics on this. There's 7 or 8 games before Christmas. This will make and break the season.
I think
definitely.
the Championship's very much the same, though. I think there's not a real clear person going for it in the Championship this year.
There's not in any league.
Because I think for the Football League, I think it's going to be one of the most interesting, most exciting for ages, because there's no clear person who's going to go for it. Because you could have a situation, sorry to say to the Forest fans, where you have a playoff situation where somebody needs to get into playoffs and they do. And I think that could be quite a good, interesting season, especially with not knowing how many. There's nobody who's breaking away yet. And it's so interesting to see. Who would have thought Reading would have been where they were at the start of the season? And they're starting to drop off now. You start to see teams get into that. And who would have thought where Forest, Derby, Wednesday are near the bottom? Yeah, it's an interesting one this year. I think it can be interesting to see what happens with a lot of people this season.
Before we discuss that probably in depth, because I think a lot of that's got to do with the fans not being in the grounds, has thrown up all different sorts of permutations. And we are going to talk about the Premier League, aren't we, later, about who can win it and who can't. I need to talk about me. My team. I'm a meme, folks. I'm a meme. I was so excited about Gary Medine getting this goal because, honestly, Blackpool, went to top of the league, and we've had 4 wins on the bounce. But as Ben was telling me before the show started, that we've beat nobody, basically. Leeds under 21s and Eastbourne Borough and all this sort of stuff. So we were at top of the league, and this was a chance for us to show if we actually have turned a corner or whether it's just all a bit of a false dawn. And of course, we were leading 1-0, playing really well. Peterborough hadn't really even had a shot on. I don't think our keeper had a save to make, and then they scored with like 4 minutes to go from a corner, unmarked sort of thing. And I was devastated. The world had fallen out of everything, and I was bemoaning some fan that had come in late and blaming him for changing the look. Only obviously, funnily, what I mean. But I was blaming it all on him. I was having all this banter, and I was complaining that we made 3 substitutions, and why we made 3 substitutions when we were 1-0 up. I didn't get it.
You can have 5 now, Lee. You can have 5.
Yes, I know, but bringing 3 substitutions on when you're winning, you kind of do that to kind of go all defensive or whatever. It just seemed a bit of a crazy move. Anyway, I was bemoaning it, and then of course Blackpool went and got the winner, and I went a little bit crackers because there's nothing better than a goal comes when you're down. You know what I mean? The lift from a goal, and then the Matt Scrafton, who's the Blackpool Evening Gazette journalist, covers all the Blackpool games. He'd had an interview with Gary Medine, and he'd posted something about Gary Medine, and then somebody actually posted in my reaction saying, "Gary Medine, goal machine!" And it was just over and over, "Gary Medine, goal machine!" And it just, and it's a meme, so I'm like, yes. So I've never been a meme before.
You know what? I didn't know Gary Medine played for you lot. I didn't. Gary
Medine?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Because he went to Cardiff, didn't he? They paid £6 million for him the season before, and then we got him on a free. He came to us on a free. £6 million player on a free. So we always sing like, he's Gary Medine, he's a goal machine, signed him on a free. Hey. So that's all I think, because we didn't actually sign him on a free. So, but he's not been all that good really, but he's starting to just find his boots. So, and he's got
the right formation, Lee. You have a good player, 4-4-2.
Yeah, they're playing a 4-4-2. Yeah, and also Jerry Yates. They're like, they become good mates.
I've noticed when I've watched Blackpool. Obviously, I've done a little bit of prep for when we play. I've seen it to you.
I'm sure you have. I'm dreading it. I'm bloody dreading it. Go on.
Yates runs in behind. Striker Neil kind of come forward, hold the ball up and try and get it in the feet of Yates. And I think that's worked well. And he can hold the ball up, Gary Medine. And he might be a bit of a washing machine, but he's a decent player. And if he can replace Nangula and score maybe 10 or 12 goals at least, you've got a decent player there.
Yeah. I mean, it's we've had a few strikers recently at Blackpool that just haven't done it. It's almost like the end of the career when they come to Blackpool. They just can't seem to score. But it was looking the same for Medine, but he's starting to come good.
Fair, League One is his league. He's very good. He got us up. He was one of the reasons we went up when we had him.
I remember him playing for Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah,
got a bit of a reputation of being a bit of a see you next Tuesday off the pitch, but hey.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hothead, I think, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think he's. But anyway, he's mates with Jerry Yates, and they seem to be, really, really matey, and that, that's good when your forwards are, going out. They're playing for each other, and I think it. I daren't say yet whether we've turned it round, but we started to play like we kind of thought we'd play at the start of the season when I was predicting us for like automatic. So it's looking a little bit better, but we have had a terrible start, and Fleetwood are above us. So so that's me. A minute, look at that. Somebody's just Mike. Thank you very much. Who's this? Mike Carney, £5. Anyone think there's any legs on Balotelli to Barnsley? I think that's £5 for that question. Can anybody answer that?
I think it was a very, very interesting punt that they went for, and they tried it, and it was never going to work. Let's be honest with you. I can't see him wanting to go to Barnsley.
It's just something to talk about. That's all it is. Just something to talk about.
I think it's more like get him in the paper, make it a bit spectral, and he might get a move somewhere.
Yeah,
it screams of me as agent talk, actually.
No, I think what it is, the agent knows the manager. I think that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Something to do with the lines. The agent knows the manager, so it's all talk to me. But.
I've seen crazier things. I mean, we tried that experiment, the experiment when we were in the Championship, and players like Diouf and Chimbonda.
Diouf, yes.
Ridiculous season. Absolute ridiculous season.
Do you know the story about him in Doncaster?
Well,
he had it that he was living at his girlfriend, but his partner didn't know, and his TV license that he was meant to do went to his actual girlfriend's house instead of the actual thing, and that's how he got caught. And then he got put into a fine for not paying his TV license.
Oh, I didn't know that. I hadn't heard that. Blimey. Yeah. Okay, well, in answer to your question, then that you paid £5 for that question. I think we should bring this as a new thing. So you got to pay £5 to get us to answer a question.
For a question.
Thank you very much, honestly. We really appreciate that. But yeah, in answer to your question, no, we don't think there's any legs in it. Right, I think Jake's got a list of the topics we want to discuss with you guys. So maybe we'll ask these questions to you in the comments as well, and we'll put them up if we like your answers. So, what's the first one we've got there, Jake?
I think we've got to start with the game back on 2nd of December. So games are coming back on the 2nd of December. They will be in a tier system. So if you're in a tier 1, it's 4,000 fans. If it's a tier 2, it's 2,000 fans. And obviously, if you're in a tier 3, it's 0. Right. Now, the interesting is how they're going to do it. Are they going to have it open just to season ticket holders, where, say, it's 2,000 season tickets in and then 2,000 non-season tickets in? So that means it's 500 season tickets in. No, 1,000 season tickets in and then another 1,000 non-season tickets in. I'll be interested to know what all you guys think, how they're going to do it, because they're going to have to do it on the lottery system again. But how do you let non-season ticket fans in, or do you just make it season ticket holders only?
Season tickets for me. But what's going to happen when people have got like many more season ticket holders? Say it's like for Newcastle United, say for instance. I mean, how many season ticket holders do they have?
Like 45,000.
So how are they going to do that based on 4,000?
Look at it.
It's going to just cause.
I think some will do first come, first serve. So if you were early, you're lucky, and you've put your loyalty back into the club. And I was lucky that I was one of the first at Fleetwood.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of in the mind frame that I've paid my season ticket. I think clubs should give some sort of reward for that loyalty of paying at the start. But because
what's the deal been with you
stadiums for the season, I wouldn't mind if they put the 2,000 or 4,000 season tickets out for general sale, just to get money into the club.
What's the deal with your season ticket, Daniel? Because ours, the club said that we were getting iFollow, like it or lump it. There was no money back or anything for.
There's been no official.
If you didn't get to go to the game.
Word, but we get iFollow at home for every game. But we're still. I've worked it out. We're about 90 quid short, even with that. But they've just brought out a match day info where you get a match day program, which is normally £1.50 from the app. it's not something that I really buy when I'm at a football ground anyway.
Yeah, no, we got the same thing for us as well.
But I think me personally, I know people have got their own opinions, but I think if they offered us a season ticket for next season, either at the same price or a reduced price to kind of make that difference up, I wouldn't mind tickets going on general sale to get more funds into the club at a desperate time.
Yeah,
I mean, I've suffered a bit because obviously I bought 4 season tickets, because we thought we'd be back, and I didn't want to miss, obviously, and I've got the 2 boys and Jane, and me, and of course we've only needed 2 really. The boys could watch, on one, and so it's cost me best part, well over £1,000 to watch I Follow.
It's a lot of money,
it's been a lot, but then again, we support the club, so
What's your thoughts on? So I'm expecting Doncaster to be in Tier 3 because we were in Tier 3 to begin with, and I think it'll be very similar.
Sheffield will probably be in Tier 3.
Not going to be the same.
I think Lancashire, because we've gone down quite a lot. We've got one of the lowest R rates in the country.
Have we?
So, yeah, I had a look at it this morning.
So what tier are we in?
That's quite a big disadvantage because you guys might have fans there when we come to your place, and we've not got that. I mean.
It kind of disadvantages clubs, doesn't it? Maybe
at the minute it's a lot of home support and you've no fans in any ground.
Yeah,
but it's a tough one. I'm interested.
But we're sick, because you came second. Doncaster actually was my. If I had been doing the away day review, because I didn't obviously go to them all. But I went to Doncaster, as you've seen, and we scored, and I went mental and all the rest of it. And but yeah, I made a lot of friends at Doncaster, and even the club got in touch with me. We were going to do something, so I'd have probably done something with you. And we loved Doncaster, honestly, loved it, absolutely loved it. We hated Rotherham, we didn't like Rotherham at all. But at Doncaster, we absolutely loved it. It was so treated so nice. Your stewards are fantastic, really are, and that family zone you have, and just the whole thing. And Donny people are really friendly as well, whereas Rotherham people are not they're not the same. It's like you think it's not very far away, but these are the most miserable bunch of. I couldn't believe that. You wouldn't believe that they were, the same.
I love how me and Daffers immediately both looked at each other. Yeah, that's right. Donny people are lovely.
Right, tell us more then. What do you think about Donny people? You don't like them? No,
I'm from Doncaster.
Oh, you're from Doncaster?
Yeah.
We're all right.
You're from Doncaster, you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan, right?
I'm Sheffield Wednesday due to my grandma grew up on the streets of Bramall Lane, and the rest of the family were Sheffield United fans, so she became a Wednesdayite.
Ah, right, okay.
How old are you, Jake?
I am 33.
Yeah, similar age to me. And around when we were kids, Wednesdays were like front runners for family clubs and stuff. I remember going and watching Wednesday with Di Canio and Carbone, Kevin Pressman and stuff.
I remember one of my...
admit it as a Rovers fan.
One of my ultimate favourite things was Donny Rovers in the FA VAR Cup. I got tickets to go to it with my dad. We went to it. They won, and one of the players got absolutely mugged off with everything. He didn't lead the pitch with anything on. So that'll be you when you're running around, mate.
I think that was Ian Durden.
Yeah, it was.
Took his shorts and job lot.
Did he? He took it all off.
Yeah, the band just got on the pitch and just took everything off him. He literally had to go off like going like that, going, the kids around.
Just had some white briefs on, that were it.
Yeah, that was it. It was hilarious.
We better ask Luke. We better get Luke involved a little bit. So what do you think about these fans coming back? Do you think it's going to have more problems than not, or should they just left it for this season as being totally fair, where every game is played behind closed doors, or is it the fact that clubs just need this money so bad, don't they?
Yeah. I think there's an argument to say that clubs do need the money, but at the same time, there has to be an element of fairness, because you can't look and say that some parts of the league they have fans and others they don't, because for some teams that could be a massive advantage. Then other sides, you go to another ground and there's no fans at all. It doesn't make any sense. You either allow a certain number of fans into every ground, or you don't allow fans in at all, in my opinion.
Right, okay. It is going to throw
penalising fans for COVID rates.
it is going to, as Daniel was saying, it's like, you know, we will obviously play Doncaster Rovers and it'll be an empty stadium. And then there's a good chance that Doncaster Rovers will then come and play us at Blackpool. And we've got 3,000 or 4,000 in, or, you know, probably more. And there's no Doncaster fans. It's kind of
it'll
not
be all
fit.
home fans, won't it? There'll be no travelling to them.
Yeah. No, there'll be no away fans. So it's only going to be home fans, isn't it? So, so that's kind of not fair in a way, but is it just is there any way of making it fair? And the fact that football just needs the money so bad, doesn't it? You know, let's face it. You know, there's clubs really on the brink of going, isn't there? You know, I think Ben was mentioning it, wasn't he, last week about this, or was it a couple of weeks ago, about this report that came through from Andy Pilley, and you were saying that Fleetwood, you know, may not survive unless they get some fans in. Is that right, Ben?
We need. I think it's okay to most clubs. I saw someone trying to pipe and say, "Oh, we should do a fundraiser for them down the road like we did with Eastbourne." It's a fact that we're just trying to get a lot of free money, basically, and it's smart business. So it could be interesting. Hopefully, that fans can get in. I think wherever you can get fans in, safe, then good. If it is a bit, I think maybe it should be at a cap. So for me, I don't get the fact. So, all right, then you can have 4,000 in United's ground, but 4,000 in Southend's ground. Southend owes what, 10,000? United owes 75,000. There's surely more of a risk. It's Southend. I think it should be based on a portion of the ground to say
percentage of capacity.
Yeah, very much so.
But this is better than nothing. We didn't expect this 3 days ago, so I think we've just got to be happy that we're coming out of lockdown.
Yeah,
it's a big step forward. Let's put it that way.
I notice in the chat, Tyler Rollinson's in the chat. Somebody was asking before, where is he and why is he not on? Maybe private message me or direct message me, Tyler, if you didn't get the link to the show, because it was in the. I don't know if Tyler's in the chat, is he? But we may bring him on later if he wants to come on. And...
Yeah, he was. He put a message on, saying about. I think it's Charlton have only got 3,000 season tickets, so they should be fine. Because I think they're in tier 2.
Ah, right. Okay.
So he did put someone in.
Yeah.
People are asking him to go on the podcast. We'll try and get him on later. I know Luke has a bit of a problem, don't you? Sometimes with you do actually keep breaking up at the moment with every time you talk. It's I don't know. It's something with your internet, isn't it? It's difficult. Right.
It's dodgy.
Yeah, it is. You go a bit Dalek-y, so I don't know. So we'll see how yours goes if you start freezing and stuff. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, anybody else got any thoughts on the fans back? Possibly. When's it going to be? When's it actually going to be?
The weekend of the Blackpool game.
Okay. All right. So at yours, yeah. So you will have some fans in then for that game.
Possibly if we're in tier 2, but I bet we're in tier 3.
It all depends what people's tiers are, and I think that's going to be the factor. And it's all right, although getting excited about it, but it all depends on what tiers everyone in. If you're in
absolutely,
you can be back to square one again.
Yeah, I mean, what tiers are in tier 1?
So
which places are there? Where are they?
I think
on Thursday.
It's going to get announced Thursday with what it all is.
Right. Okay. I mean, we had a game, as you know, when they allowed fans to go back in, and we had 1,000 fans in, and it was absolutely fine. You know what I mean? There was so much distance between fans. In a 16,000 seater, 1,000, I'm telling you, they're not close together. And I think even, with 4,000, 4,000 in your ground. How many fans does yours hold, Forest ground?
We get like it holds 31, but we get like
31,000. Yeah,
but we average get like 25,000.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you just had 4,000 fans in that 31,000 seat stadium, they'd be nowhere near each other. You could have them. You could have them probably a bloody block all to themselves, almost, couldn't you?
I will say something. The NFL have kept it so they've got it so fans can be in, and they've managed to put them out. And I know they're mega big stadiums. Yeah, but they have managed to do it where it's all there and everywhere. And it's always interesting but with NFL, there isn't an away section or a home section.
It's mainly all home, isn't it?
No, not
no. You just sit. Yeah, there's no
you
trouble.
just sit where you like. But can you
there's
imagine that happened in like Championship or in the Premiership? Can you imagine a Liverpool fan being next to an Everton fan? It wouldn't happen.
Well, it used to be like that. It used to be like that before all the violence came along. You know, in my dad's day, you know, my dad, well, probably his granddad really would have gone to watch, like, you know, a Blackpool Preston game.
Yeah.
And a lot of Blackpool fans then used to go and watch Tom Finney. You know, they go and watch Tom Finney play because he was, you know, people just go, you know, Blackpool fans would go and watch him because he was so amazing. And the same thing, Preston fans would probably travel to Blackpool, you know, to watch Stanley Matthews back in those days. But those days have long gone, haven't they? It's a shame, really, that you can't sit together. But I actually don't like, I don't know about you, but I don't like sitting with opposing fans. Have you ever gone to an away match sat in the home end?
I have.
It's horrible.
I know it's not. It was mixed at Guiseley. It was mixed at Guiseley away. It was horrible.
They do at Fulham. They do at Fulham. Has anyone been to Fulham before?
No.
Yeah, they do. You know when the away ends, like basically Fulham, they've got good fans to be fair.
Yeah.
They put the away fans and the home fans together.
No,
Right.
It's not even. I know about the other section in the middle, but Guiseley was literally. There was no segregation at all. It was all in together.
I remember going to a Bolton game, a Blackpool Bolton game with a guy I knew, and he just wouldn't go in the Blackpool end. He was terrified, so we sat in the Bolton end, and it was horrible. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all because it was so biased against. You know what I mean? It's like you know, you're seeing a tackle, you thinking that wasn't bad, and they're like, "Oh, they're all shouting at the ref, and dirty bastard," you know, all this sort of stuff. And I'm thinking that wasn't all that bad. That
I did it.
Decent tackle to me, and I didn't enjoy it. I
did it with a Forest game. My uncle got us tickets, so we had to sit in the home end.
Yeah.
Where was your Jake?
It's horrible. You need to be around people who are moaning the same way as you're moaning and complaining at the referee the way you're complaining. So you're all together in it, are you? The referees, you know, that was a penalty. How can this, you know, that linesman, you know? But if you sit with the away fans, you can't do that.
We scored, and I had to sit on my hands and just be quiet as a mouse. My uncle get absolute pelted down at pub.
I've been in hospitality a few times at Blackpool and sat on the balcony, and you're quite often, you know, there's away fans are also in the hospitality, and you can have quite a bunch around you. You've got to really watch your P's and Q's and be like not biased, and it's not. I don't enjoy it at all. It's not for me. I like to be totally tangerine and see everything.
Lee, can you ban Matchday Max? He's put something on the states. He's put something nasty about me banning.
He's what?
He's put something on the stream.
Has he? Let's have a look.
Yeah, I can't.
Say, man.
He's put something. I don't know. He just messaged me. I don't know what he's put.
I've heard Mr. Doherty's banned. He can't touch 3,000 subscribers. Never mind 4,000. What's this? This is match day. We've got to put it up, haven't we? There you are. Match day match. Give
you couldn't even touch 3,250 for about a fortnight. It was stuck on 3.24.
Hey, no, I mean, tell you, Door's going places. He's got this backer now, haven't you? Or something. It sounds really exciting. Obviously, it's worth telling people because there will be football vloggers watching this. And what's happened for you, Door, recently?
Someone
But this is what happens if you. This is what I always say.
Well, Lee's made me spend just under £500. By the way, guys, this has all cost me $500, and then he has to keep going. You could buy this, Lee. No.
How did I cost you 500? I cost you 30. What was it? How much was you like?
You recommended me. You bought. You made
a blue Yeti, which you love. I recommend you a £40 light, which has made it look fantastic that you go on about all the time.
When I first came on, I needed a new laptop. I remember that one. These laptops cost me $300, and I'm hardly having that one on. So I'm not bothered. But
did I say you needed a new laptop as well?
Yeah, you did.
get a whole new setup.
Well, I've improved you. You're going places, kid. That's what it's all about. I'm here
not a
to
kid, I'm a
improve.
man.
I'm here to. But this is the thing, and this is we'll listen to Door's story now, because any young kids out there are wanting to start football vlogging. I always say it. Just start. You've got to start, haven't you? Would everybody agree with that? It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, or you just start, and you'll get. Yeah, and you'll get slagged off, and people, will say, I mean, they do now, don't they? People still have a go at us. They're having a go at the show, but you've just got to do it, and just keep doing it, and you'll get better. And like Ben, he's got lights and microphones now, and he's doing his live streams that look amazing. So tell us all about it, Doug. Come on, I'll give you a big build up. Tell us what's happened.
Well, basically, right, this guy called Glenn, he's from London, and he messaged me a month ago saying, "Oh, Ben, can I help you financially?" And I said, no straight away. He said he watches my vlogs. He watches other vlogs as well. I know he watches Nappers as well. Yeah, he watches Nappers as well. And
Glenn, it's not too late, mate.
Up a little bit then, didn't it?
Is he a bit of a flat earth Santa? Can we all get a little? Is he a bit of a flat earth Santa?
How deep is Glenn's pocket?
Christmas is coming.
So basically, right, he messaged me again. He said to me, "Ben, I want to help you." So I said to him, "What do you want to do?" "Oh, you'll get me a few stuff." So like what? And he said, "He'll get me a green screen and lights and forever." He said to me, "Oh, DM me your address." So I DM'd him my address, and I thought nothing of it. And then 2 days later, he came on my stream on a preview and was talking for half an hour. Then I was at work, and my little girls messaged me saying, "Ben, Daddy, you've got a big box." I went, "A big box? What do you mean a big box?" Come in, I saw a big box, and I looked inside it. I saw my lights and green screen. I was like, what the? I couldn't believe.
Did he get you a light as well? Has he got you a light?
Yeah, it's got me 2 lights.
Are you on
Have
now?
you got a light on now? Have you got a light on?
No, because I'm not.
You haven't set it up yet.
No, tomorrow I'm setting it up because
it'll make honestly, the light will make a big difference to you.
Yeah,
We'll all see how handsome you are.
I am handsome. I've got look. You can't see my tash.
Right, okay, Lee.
Go on.
These lights are good, but they're not going to make Dora handsome. They're not. They don't do like psychotic things and make other people look different.
They're not magic lights.
You look great, Nappers. Honestly, you look better now on that with that light than you did before.
So basically, like I said, I'm going to use it tomorrow for my live stream for my.
Well, the green screen can go behind you on StreamYard, and you can put any background on then. And the beauty is, I see a lot of people on these video calls, and they add a background, but they kind of disappear into it. Have you seen how they like disappear? Because you need a proper green screen behind you. And if you have a proper green screen behind you, then it looks like you are wherever you are. You know what I mean? It's a different kettle of fish if you put a big green screen behind you. I've even thought of it myself. I
spoke to I don't know if anyone
got video behind you as well.
Wembley. I spoke to there's quite a lot of people that use green screen.
I used to do it. It's kind of pain in the backside at times. You got to make sure you get your lights right, or you'll get like leaks in the green screen.
Yeah. So I spoke to
it's really difficult, but once you get it right, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, if it's properly done right.
Yeah, I spoke to a few bloggers like Expressions from Spurs. He's got a good one. I spoke to Leicester fan as well. There's quite a lot of them who does it. So, like I said, these kind of little things that people do. That's Glenn. He's done for me. I'm like, wow. And I said to him in the future, if you want to come on my stream, you can, because that's what my stream is about.
It's fantastic because it's people, these things we do, we give our time, to do this, and I appreciate that all of you for giving a couple of hours, to come on, and it's fantastic. And football vlogging, it's not easy, is it? It's not. It's not easy to create a channel, and sometimes you're there and nobody's watching, and you're thinking, what the heck am I doing here? You know what I mean? I'm struggling, especially at the start. It really is quite demotivating because you might get like 50 people watch it and 5 subscribers.
Oh my! Oh, I can't believe I get past 25, Lee.
Took me ages to get some.
Yeah, no, well, I'm the same. It took ages of, people. I mean, I had a little bit of luck because I did the video with cleaning the seats, which just kind of took off, didn't it? But that was just my little bit of luck. But yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It's and you have to keep doing videos and you spend a lot of hours on them, and then straight away you get the thumbs downs, don't you? And you think, bloody hell, if they had any idea, I spent 20 hours on this video, somebody's thumbs it down.
It would be so nice to know that your community respects you and understands what you're doing. And
I think that's a great story, Dor. I think it's great to see that.
It's a mad story. Nappers, I will message him for you, okay?
No. I'm only joking. I love what he's done.
Put his email in the comments. We'll all email him. No, I'm only kidding. But no, it is fantastic.
Never in the same room.
Yeah.
But opportunities come along, don't they? You know what I mean? I saw you, Dapper. You were actually at the ground, weren't you? Being interviewed. You're actually in the stadium on the balcony, being interviewed at Doncaster a few weeks ago. Was that?
Yeah, a couple of the pre-match show that's on YouTube. They've asked me down to kind of give a fan's point of view. Well, I say fan's point of view. It's my point of view. I don't speak for all Rovers fans. I'm sure as opinions differ. But yeah, it's nice to know that the club, one, are watching the content that I'm putting out there, and two, they must be fairly happy with it, because I've been invited onto the pre-match show on the official channel, which is something that I never thought I'd get to, because I just started it for a bit of fun more than anything.
That's really good.
Dabbers, quick question, right? I know, like, you've been on the office. Would you ever work for the club?
I would, but the job that I've got now is comfortable. It covers his bills and things. I think I'm a bit nervous about moving jobs, especially in current climate. Being the last person in a position, you're going to be first one out if things start going south. Whereas I've been with company for over 10 years, so I feel pretty secure in my role. So I think if the right position came available and it was as secure as what I've got now, no two ways about it, I'd be there.
I've got a flip side for you though. So
I like the independence, though.
Say you get that job, right? And you get a job, but you're being told you have to say this, and you're not allowed to put your own opinion to it.
That's a problem.
That's a
problem.
Yeah, I've got a story too. With
all right, okay. Well, let's hear
them. First, Ben?
Go first. No, you go first, mate.
No, go on, Dapper. You've got this.
So I had a conversation with the club, not last season, the season before, or it might have been last season actually. And we considered joining forces and being a vlogger as an official capacity. But there were a couple of stipulations. I'd have had to restart the channel, rebrand the channel. So the subscribers that I built up would have started back at zero. Complete rebranding. And as Jake said, you're kind of limited to what you say. You've not got that freedom. So you
could have done that if you'd have been
as what football managers do. So if the referee's not made a correct decision, you've got to say it in such a diplomatic way, or you're wide open for criticism and potential fines and touchline bans and stuff. So
you could have started another channel.
And it was better
you could have started another channel, Dapper. You could have done like another channel and still kept 18 Dapper. You can have as many channels as you want to. If you want to then move everybody over.
Put the content on that me and my partner do now. But all the football content would have had to be on the official one. So
that's why I don't fancy it.
It didn't fit right for both parties. But opportunities like the pre-match show and things were always in the pipeline. So it's nice to be involved in some way, shape, or form.
It's nice to sort of have that independent voice where you can, and I think people follow us because, or don't follow us, whichever way it is. They don't follow us because they don't like what we say, or they do follow us because they like our passion, or they like how we are. And if you have to change that, you're no longer the person that you were at the start of it, are you?
It's not raw emotion anymore. It becomes a bit of a job.
Lee.
Yeah, just like every other commentator, right? Yes.
Lee Tudami wants to come in. He said he's waiting patiently.
Does he?
He's waiting patiently.
Right.
What's your thought?
I'm probably going to be gone in the next 10 minutes. So if you want to wait, if you can wait, and then it's still 6 on screen.
If you guys don't mind it going to 7, because I know
leave it till 6. Just leave it till 6 for a bit.
Just leave it till 6. It looks better with 6.
We've kind of settled on this 6 thing at the moment. So obviously, Dapper's going. What time are you going?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So in 10 minutes we can bring somebody in. Yeah, but we'll try and keep this screen. It looks better with the 6 like this.
What's your story?
Basically, there was, I don't know if you know, I studied at Fleetwood Town last year. Loved it, good 2 years of my life. But I remember Walsall away, and this was, I think it was my first year there. And basically what happened, we lost 2-0, we were awful. There was a quote in my vlog saying, we weren't good enough. I thought the performance was spineless and pathetic. Right. It was. We didn't have a shot on target. Walsall went down that year, they were awful. And Barton said the same. Barton agreed with me, because this is why I got annoyed. You can't say stuff like that. I went, why can't I? It's my own channel and my own views. You can't say you come into this school. I've not sagged a particular player off. I've not said anything nasty. I've just seen we played awfully, which we did. And so I had a full-blown argument, left it, and I said, I'm not doing it. Then it happened again. It happened again at another game where it was a game like 3 weeks later where I just said kind of, Madden missed a chance, and Paddy Madden, you know what I mean? I love him to be. I said, he should have done better there. And that's my word. You shouldn't say that. Well, he missed a goal he missed an open net. Like, you know what I mean? He should score. Paddy Madden standard. Paddy Madden will tell you the same. He should have scored. So I just had to limit myself to what I was saying. But now is what I like. So the Plymouth player that went down the other day, and I went, it's soft, it's pathetic, it's spinal. Just saying words that I'd say in everyday life. And it's so much better. So I do like having worked with Fleetwood. Fleetwood have got in touch with me this season, wanting me to go down to the ground. I'll be honest, I've not taken it up yet. Because I just feel I don't want to go until fans are back in. I don't want to be that one that just goes in because I'm a vlogger. I don't want to be treated any differently. I want to go in when fans are in, and that's just my personal opinion. But I'm just glad that I can give my view in a different way right now, and getting closer to 6K subscribers, which is a nice target.
I've just noticed that we've lost Luke. I think he's lost his connection. So I've put a link in the chat for we've got Gogsy coming in here. Blimey. All right. I was going to get
the whole point of doing
Scotland in. I thought you were busy, Gogsy, tonight.
I finished early, so I thought I'd come say hello, everyone.
Hey, how are you, mate?
Ron Weasley!
All right, Murray the Don, settle.
Well, the whole point we do our channels of fans is to have a fan point of view. You don't want it to be that it's from the club.
From the club.
Point.
Yeah. I don't think people would watch it quite so much if it was so obviously, you know.
And I think that's the thing. You get so many clubs who are now looking at what YouTubers are doing, what podcasters are doing, and going, right, we want you to say this. And a lot of them are saying, well, that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it to get close to club. I'm doing it because I'm passionate about my club. And that's the whole point. And I think the moment someone says, I'm going to pay you this amount, but you have to say what I want you to say, you're not doing what you want as a fan.
Yeah.
And I think when it gets to that point, you walk away and you say, not touching it, I will carry on doing what I'm doing. It might be great exposure for you, it might be great money for you, but it's not going to, you're selling a bit of your soul.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you are. I can see that Toon Army is in waiting. I've got you there, Sharky. We'll just give you 5 minutes and then we'll bring you in. Okay.
I think I'll leave you with this. I think with the YouTube channel, you've got to enjoy doing it. You've got to enjoy putting the time in, because videos, there might be 10-minute videos that don't take 10 minutes to do. Like,
no, they don't. No,
you put tons
it took hours. It took hours, don't they?
Research. I probably managed to fit an hour of research in, maybe, if I'm lucky, for my match previews. But then the editing, the uploading, you're probably looking 5 hours for a 10-15-minute video. So there's a love and a passion to what we do, and if you start taking that away, it loses its edge. Just say that.
I'm the same with research. It gets easier when I'm doing like a prediction video. I already know the results, so I just add them to a file that I've got. So week by week, it's literally got less researching. But with my streams, I honestly, I wake up about 9-10 a.m. Have a shower, 11:30 till about 1:30. I'm doing more research. I've watched games in the week, and I'm doing top-up research. So I'm doing about 6 hours of research before a game to learn everyone's names. So I'm describing them. I've got a stat for everyone. I can talk about him. And then I know all the subs, the management, who was the manager before, kind of where are they on the table, the aims of the season. So I think it's important that you do preparation. I think preparation is the most important thing of a live stream or a show.
It is. I totally agree with you. And Jane actually does quite a lot of our prep for me. I just tend to wing it. But she does a lot of hard work and prep before.
You couldn't tell the other day when she said
the guy with the
came off.
Yeah.
And then you
she doesn't like
Ipswich.
I know, because somebody started talking about Ipswich. They got Ipswich on the brain. I kept saying Ipswich rather than Peterborough. I don't know where it came from. All of a sudden, I've been commentating on Peterborough and Blackpool for the whole match, and then when it got to the 85th minute, I suddenly was watching Ipswich. I don't know what the hell happened to me somewhere along the line. It all went totally pear-shaped. But yeah, I mean, it'd be great, wouldn't it, to have like 1 million subscribers and have a production team there that did your editing for you, and you could just go and enjoy it. But there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work involved, and you're right. You do have to have a real passion, not only for your football club, but also for doing this.
Yeah.
You've got to like editing videos, haven't you? Because it's bloody hard at times, isn't it?
I wouldn't want them to take away the editing either.
I can't. I'll be honest with you.
You like the control of the edit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thogden gets his editing, which is a good edit from Josh, to be fair. But I just couldn't stand having he won't feel my own work.
Yeah, it's got to be my vision. I mean, I went down to watch AFC Blackpool, and it started raining on that video, and the wind was blowing, and I had an umbrella over my camera because obviously I don't want to get my camera wet, so I had that. And then just as they scored, this huge wind came, took the brolly out, man. So I'm fighting with the brolly. I missed the goal. I'm like, God's sake, this is like extremely ridiculous vlogging now doing here. But people don't see that, they don't see what you've actually gone through. And sometimes I'm trying to. Well, just missed the goal. I had to just put them. But like I've been at games. My hands are just like blocks of ice because I've been trying to film something without my gloves on. Lee,
that was a good vlog, Dave. That was a good vlog. I watched it. It was a good vlog.
Which one? The AFC Blackpool.
Yeah, it was a good vlog.
It was superb, wasn't it? But the rain, you could hear the rain coming, didn't you? You could hear it was so. Oh my God! But that was on my umbrella. Obviously, the camera was picking up the umbrella, but I was really fighting against the elements there. It was awful. You know what I mean? But,
so, Godfrey, how did you do at the weekend? Since we've done everyone else, how did you get on?
We'll drew with St Johnstone 1 each. We took the leads with our only shot on target. Mark O'Hara scored a fantastic goal after a great team passing move. And then we gave it away. Mark O'Hara, the culprit, went from hero to zero, and he gave the ball away. And we gave away a stupid penalty, and St Johnstone scored it. And that was pretty much what happened. And
who got for St Johnstone?
Sorry?
Who got for St Johnstone?
Stevie May from the penalty spot.
I thought it was.
We may chat about it later, but how did you not beat Israel? What happened? Country's on an absolute high.
We've been on the piss ever since we beat Serbia. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all you wanted. You weren't bothered about beating Israel. I thought you'd have battered Israel. I can't believe
they were hungover. Come on, leave them alone. They had a good night partying.
Believe it or not.
I know. I'm not having a go at you. I'm just saying I can't believe you didn't beat them with all that euphoria.
But the thing is with Israel, right? We are too alike. We've played Israel 5 times in the last 3 years. They've beat us twice. We've beaten 3 times. Right. And the thing is, Israel set themselves up as really difficult to beat. They've got good players, Aaron Zahavi, who plays for PSV. They've got Dabur, who plays for Hoffenheim. And they've got a whole host of players that play at the same level as, say, English Championship to lower Premier League. So,
right.
I mean,
so they're not a bad side, really, then, yeah?
I couldn't believe that somebody in your stream were calling for your manager's head. They've got a manager's head. That was insane.
Football's a fickle game.
Yeah,
it's just fickle fans. Either that or they're trolling.
Yeah, maybe trolling. Yeah. So is it going to be the same up in Scotland? We were discussing earlier about fans coming back in. Are you going to get the same deal up there?
Not for the time being. There are 3 teams: Elgin City, Ross County, and Inverness, that can all have fans in, but it's a very limited amount. That's because the Highlands, basically, they haven't discovered fire yet, so they're all right. Whereas in civilization, in the more densely populated areas, it's a bit harder to come by to find the game.
Okay. All right. Well, it's so there's no chance of you lot coming. You're not in this 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 thing that the government have announced.
I think Scotland's too difficult to call at the moment. I mean, the government puts football last in Scotland, and I mean,
Well,
okay.
according to Nicola Thingy, Sturgeon, she's always coming on telling us she watches your channel. So what's going on?
I don't know about that. I think she's just putting on a brave face.
Right, guys. I'm going to shoot.
You're going to get off. All right. Thanks very much, Daniel. Thanks for coming on. And we didn't really get into it, did we? But Blackpool are playing Doncaster on Tuesday, so it's a bit of a big
response from Saturday. It was a poor performance. We were lucky to come away with a draw. I hope we get a response. Previews on my channel if you want to go and watch it. But I'll spoil it. I've gone with a 2-1 win to the Donny.
We'll be live streaming half an hour before, so if you want to pop in before, and we'll give you obviously his channel a shout out.
Where is it?
I've got the plug. No, we will give you a channel. Obviously, we'll bring you on if you want to come in and just have a little chat about the game.
Yeah, drop us a line, mate, and we'll sort it. Stay safe, guys.
Cheers, Daniel. Thanks for being on. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Right, we got Toonami to come in. Let's bring him in.
Get him on.
Sharky's in. Hello, Sharky. We'll keep it at this 6. It looks better as 6, doesn't it? How are you, sir?
Frustrated more than anything. Angry.
Right, that's you off then.
Right, I'll see you later.
Don't bring the show down. What are you frustrated about, Sharky? Come on.
Bruce. Steve Bruce, the board, the whole lot of them, just not fit for purpose. The Premier League, just everything is just letting me down. It's just something needs to change at the minute because it's all too negative.
Right. Okay. Oh dear.
You're in the Premiership.
I know, but that doesn't matter. It's like it's a little bit like somebody having the leg cut off or something, and you're down about something else. You say, well, you shouldn't be down. You haven't had your leg cut off, but it doesn't matter, does it? You are where you are, and losing, whether you're in the Premier League, not going right, and especially, do you not think for vlogging? It's hard when your team's losing, and it's hard to keep you're trying to keep upbeat. You try not to be miserable. It's very hard not to be miserable on your channel, isn't it? When it's all going wrong, and you need that little bit.
You've only got to watch my previous vlogs to see that. You try to put a face on, but you really can't. You've got to be honest with what you watch.
You've got to be honest, and you don't really want to dig into it, do you, and start getting into all that. But you can't help it, can you?
You can't, especially under Steve Bruce. You can't. You try to put a brave face on, but in reality, it's not great.
He's just keeping the seat warm for Eddie Howe. Don't worry, he'll be fine.
To be honest with you, I haven't actually thought about Eddie Howe because he wants the season out, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
I've actually targeted Sean Dyche from the very get-go.
I saw that, but I'm pretty sure he wants the England job if he gets anything.
I wouldn't be going for England job if I'm honest. You want to play club football, proper football.
He has done amazing, Sean Dyche.
He has. Do you know what it is with Sean Dyche? And let's just say this. I think he needs that step up. He needs a club where they've got a bigger support. There's something going for them. I'm not saying we're top 7, but he wants a club that can actually have a bit of money to spend, build something. People compare him to say, oh, he's crap because he plays negative football with Burnley. But if you look at Burnley, they've got limited resources, that they can't really spend money on players. They go and get a player from Brighton on loan just to try and make ends meet. And they got a good result today, but it wasn't very good on the eye. But I think if you come to Newcastle with a bit of money, with the players that we have, we should be doing a lot better. And you look at the performances, our stats are down there with the worst in the league. And I don't know how we're 13th in the Premier League. We're 15th now. We're slowly plummeting down the league.
Who had he managed before Burnley, Sean Dyche? Was it Watford?
It
was Watford, wasn't he? So he's only really been at he's not been at a big club, has he?
Yeah, but he tends to stay at club longer. He tends to build a bit.
He's loyal, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's loyal. But do you think he can handle all that pressure?
But he nearly went at the start of the season, if I remember correctly.
Well, when I look at Sean Dyche, I'm more talking on current budget and what we have with the current ownership. He's not going to cost a great deal, is he, to get out with Burnley? Burnley will take the money, whichever way it comes. The thing is, what more can Sean Dyche do with Burnley? How far can he take them? He's had them 7th, and then Burnley, for me, every season they punch above their weight. And don't get me wrong, they've got a bunch of grafters in there, but they've got a lot of championship-based players, and they seem to do it every season. But I think if someone like Sean Dyche comes into a club like Newcastle, maybe give him some money to spend, which he's never had at Burnley, I would say, in my opinion. Let him do something.
He did have money, but what they did is when they had the parachute payment, they spent it all on training ground, stadium, and they did the right thing. They made a better academy so they could get young players in. I think the thing with Sean Dyche is, you're right, he needs a new challenge.
He does.
Newcastle probably the right challenge with the right amount of things. But the other thing is, would you go work for Mike Ashley? This is the problem. It is always the stick and patch with this football club. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter who it is. The big picture is Mike Ashley. We know that. There's been talk this week about going to court and stuff like that. You probably would have seen it on Sky Sports. Newcastle taking more league and action and stuff like that. It's all one big mess, and you're looking at the performances. The players just don't seem to have a plan A, B, C, D. There's nothing there. What's that? What?
Anyway, I was just talking about the previous results just haven't been good enough, and I'm not complaining of the Chelsea result. I'm looking at the bigger picture. Since he's been here, he still doesn't know his best 11. His formations are all over the place. But like I said, we've got the worst stats in the league in terms of possession, in terms of shots on target, working the goalkeeper. There's just nothing there. Players just look unsettled. St. Maximin's not the same person anymore. You look at Steve Bruce's track record in terms of injuries. He's got at every club that he just seems to have an injury record up there. We've got no players. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite concerned going into these. We've got some fixtures coming up which are winnable on paper, but you look at the bottom sides, they're all starting to pick up results.
Yeah. One of the nice things is, for a fact, you won't get Alan Pardew now. We've now got the technical director at CS.
To be honest with you, I quite. To be honest, people have different opinions. I quite like Alan Pardew when he was at Newcastle. I quite liked him. I thought he was good. For what he did with not having any money to spend. The money that was spent was behind his back. It was in terms of Graham Carr, he brought the players in, he bedded them together, we got the results. But I just think with Steve Bruce, it's just, for me, there's too many excuses. You see him in the post-match press conferences, we've been the better side, we're this, we're that, we're nothing. We're honestly seriously nothing. And I just think all the fans now are just game for him out. And this has not just come off a couple of results. This has been since he's been here long enough.
Right.
Yeah. Can I just say something? I'm hearing that Sam Allardyce could be helping Derby tomorrow morning. It'll be announced tomorrow morning.
What, helping? What do you mean helping? Helping
Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney's caretaker manager.
So how's that work helping? Is he manager or is he assistant or what?
Just supporting Wayne Rooney, basically. But
do you know what? Derby can take Steve Bruce if they want. He's a championship manager. There you go. He's available.
Lisa, if Lisa's on watching, is it true, Lisa? That's what I was. People's tagging.
But honestly, it's something has to give in terms of it's either the performances start improving, he changes the formation. Otherwise, there's more fans on his back more than ever, and it's just like I say, it's not come off the previous result. It's not come off this season. You look at the bigger picture. It's like Blackpool when you were going through a bit of a sticky period yourselves. When you had Carlisle, you went from the Premier League to League One, you went to League Two. This is what I mean. Like the problem is 15-16 season. We had it with Steve McLaren. We sacked him in March. What happened? Got relegated. Yeah. We don't want to make the same mistake. You've got to either act now or you don't act. Yeah.
Well, Forest got rid of their manager early, didn't they? And Sheffield Wednesday got rid of your manager. So, where are you in the table at the moment, Sharky? Just tell us where Newcastle are.
We're 15th. We're just slowly plummeting down the league. Yes, we do have a bit of a gap, but my only real concern is we've got Crystal Palace on Friday, who have just played tonight, and then we've got the likes of Leeds coming up. We've got who is it now? We've got Villa coming up. Fulham, West Brom. But this is what I'm saying. Like, the thing is, these sort of clubs are starting to pick up results. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They're all fighting for something, and we don't seem to have an identity. This is what I mean. Like, he plays this 5 at the back wing back system. I don't know what you are like with 5 at the back, but for me, it doesn't work. I think it's so negative.
We've got to have good wing backs, and
we don't.
You're not even using your wing backs in the back.
No, we don't. We don't have any players.
Help him for the best. Give it St. Maximum. See what he can do.
He's isolated, mate. There's nothing there. He's not. He's coming out on the social media. He's not happy. And if your own players coming out and saying things, then what does that tell you about the manager?
What's he said?
He's just coming out on the Instagram and whatnot and just saying, well, he's not happy, and there's players out and there's nothing that can be done. He's getting man boxed by about 5 players. He's a good player, but the thing is, when you're a manager, you've got to have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Steve Bruce doesn't seem to have any of that, and Ben mentioned about us not having good wing backs. We don't. We really don't. We don't have the players to play 5 at the back. Maybe
he's like playing 5 centre half.
You look at the side, right? We play the formation that he went with last season was 4-2-3-1, and that's the formation that works for us. But he's gone back to this 5 at the back. It didn't work last season, and it's not working now.
I've got to put this on. This is £4.99 from Reese with him. Are you feeling all right, Reese? Get John Carver. He's the best manager in the Premier League.
No. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
£4.99.
That was one of the most embarrassing press conferences I think I'd ever seen.
It's shocking, but he kept you up the other time.
Say that again, Doug.
Did he keep you up one time?
Only just. He managed to bugger up one part. He buggered it. He completely buggered it. I mean, it went down to the last game of the season. When Pardew left to go to Palace, we were 9th. I think we were like 15 points clear of everyone else. And then all of a sudden, he just lost all these games. I mean, the first game I went to under his managerialship was Newcastle free, Burnley free. And honestly, if it wasn't for Gutierrez, because he was battling cancer, he'd come back and he scored the winning goal, which kept winning the league. But it should never have went to the last day. He'd lost the players. And in the season after that, to be fair, we brought in McLaren, and we all know what happened there.
Yeah. We do.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's been coming.
It's gone 9 o'clock. I know a few people in the chat are saying phone in. I've got Ben Brown waiting to phone in. Do you want to take his call?
No.
The friendly football vloggers podcast. We'll take him in and see what he has to say. Let's have a look. Let's bring Ben in because we know he's sensible.
One question.
Hiya, Ben. One question we've got.
Right now, I've got this question. So, there's some way where you can think I'm right, but in another way you think I'm wrong.
Okay.
So you see all these Premier League teams getting all these amounts of injuries and that.
Yeah.
But then when you go look to non-league, League 2, League 1, you're not getting as many. But if you think about it, then people might say, "Oh, you've got the same amount of games still," and obviously leagues below there won't be as fit as players above in the Premier League. So how come in the lower leagues it's not happening as much? But
well, Klopp's been quite outspoken today, hasn't he, about this? He's saying that BT and Sky need to talk together because the schedules that they scheduled before COVID came in, they're sticking rigidly to it. So they're having to play like a Wednesday match, and then a 12:30 kick up on a Saturday, and they're doing international. And he's saying he doesn't think Liverpool will finish with 11 players at the end of the season because of the incredible amount of matches they're having to play. So, is that how it's like?
To be honest, in non-league, it's the same thing. It's Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. Not Monday. So Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. It's keep on going.
I just want to come in there. I agree with your point. I don't agree with the Premier League having more injuries. I think they're having the same. Do you know why?
Why?
A lower league injury. Nobody wants to talk about it.
That's true.
Like
Leicester.
I think it's, for me, the Premier League, the games are so high intensity as well, though.
It is high intensity, but like other teams have injuries. A lot in League 1 and a lot in League 2.
Oh, yeah.
Injuries.
Nobody says anything about it.
Aye, but think about it this way. In the English Premier League, you've got all these sports scientists that can enhance the wellness of the players. What's Gary 32 going to do in the 8th tier of lower league football?
Doing each other a plumber, and then kid.
I mean, Gary's on the rigs on Monday, and he's got half a spleen. I mean, what of it?
Yeah. And it's like the situation we went through a minute. Like Tony Pulis had come in and said the one thing he said, we've got a lot of injuries. He said, at a club of this level, we shouldn't be having as many soft tissue injuries that we're having. He said, we've got all
the quick turnaround, though, that the amount of games are getting played. The thing is, it's only going to get worse as the Christmas period comes along because the games are going to be like, sometimes even three days a week. Do you know what I mean? Like it's going to be impossible, like, to keep players fit.
Well, this guy keeps paying you money.
He paid a lot.
He's played a lot. Reece has.
What's Reece got? What's he going on about now? He's asking you, Shock, if you tried out your paddling pool at the training ground.
Yes. Honestly, our training facilities they're the worst in the Premier League. We use paddling pools and wheel events. Yeah, there is. It probably is.
Derby to announce new manager in the coming days as well. Thank you very much, Ben. That was a great question, really. Thank you.
Thanks. Great question, Ben.
That's something that needs to improve at our club, our training facility, because they're absolutely awful.
That was ours.
Awful. For how long this club's been in the Premier League, I'm sorry, we should have state-of-the-art training facilities. Even Sunderland, right? And that pains me to say, have got better training facilities than us. Sunderland.
It pains me with me. Sheffield United have got an amazing training.
Shocking. Honestly, it's do you know what? It's down to Mike Ashley and not really putting the investment in. But now it kind of makes sense because he wants to sell the club. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't want anything to do with it.
We had it that Leon Beck came on loan to us on one season, and we had him
he did.
years and years ago, and he turned around.
Cracking player for us. Cracking player.
He came back to us on loan for. He said,
He's from my area.
He said,
he is. He was honestly a cracking player for Coventry City. We signed him in the Championship. He was unbelievable. In the Premier League on the Pardew. Brilliant player.
He's from my area, St. Anne's.
Yeah.
Brilliant player. We've done well with Forest, to be fair. Jamal Lascelles, Carl Darlow. Who's next?
Yeah, Leon Best. He lived next door to me when I was young.
Good lad.
Yeah.
Good lad.
He literally turned around and said it's not changed since I was there a couple of years ago, and I'm on about like 7-6 years ago when he was young. It's like
on his point, but on his point with these injuries, though, like it is going to happen though, because you got to remember with like it's been a quick turnaround. There's been no real pre-season for anybody.
Yeah,
and,
well,
players are going to get it.
Yeah, they are. They didn't have a pre-season, did they? No. That is absolutely true. Right, I'm just going to add Ryan in now. One question from Ryan. Hello, Ryan. Got one question for the show. What is it? Hiya.
Question for Gogsy, really.
Gogsy.
See, when we're allowed fans back in, right, up in Scotland, first question, how many season ticket holders does Motherwell have?
We've got 4,000 season ticket holders.
Right, well, say, for example, Alan Burrows or the government, whoever it might be, say, like, you can only have 2,000 season ticket holders in for a start. How do you do that? Do you do it like see Motherwell? Do you do it a ballot, or do you do see within a mile radius of Motherwell, Wishaw, Hamilton, Airdrie?
No, first of all, I think how they'll do it is it'll go by postcode. So it'll be the closest postcodes. I mean, I'm in KY, which is in the far east of Scotland. There's no way I'm going to be one of the first Motherwell fans that gets into the ground, because I'm an hour and a half away, and I think it'll be within the regional Lanarkshire first before anyone can get into Motherwell.
Because even though I'm a Rangers fan, as you know.
You never mentioned it, Ryan.
Rangers are under the G51 postcode. So it could be like G51 postcode first, and then
I can't read that. What does that say?
The email password, the email postcode. Sorry, could be
Doncaster
Rovers. What is that? Sorry, we're getting some text. What does it say?
Doncaster Rovers fan pledged to run around Doncaster. Pledged to run around after tweet backfired.
Is that Dapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dapper, yeah. He's made the news.
Fantastic.
It wasn't a tweet. He said it live on air, I think. Did he? It was on his stream.
He tweeted it.
He tweeted it.
Cheers. Thanks, Ryan.
What's happened to Eating Dapper? Has he been...
So basically, he put a tweet out saying if they go in the so many 90th minute, I'll run around naked around the keep mode, and it happened.
I'll tell you what it is, mind. I know he was on before. I was absolutely buzzing when Doncaster equalised.
Yeah, of course you were. Yeah, that was against Sunderland. Yeah, it would be great.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if any of you have said it, but I think that League One this season is so unpredictable. Like in every league, like you just don't know who's going to win the league. It's up and down.
And we were going to talk about this because we reckon it's because there's no fans there. You know, there's no fans in the ground.
We are missing the fans. Our home form is shocking. We need the fans back straight away.
Yeah.
Sharky, this is what Dak put.
Oh no way.
Reece, Reece is giving you money, but Reece, can you subscribe to my channel, Reece?
What's this Barton at Fleetwood? What is he going on about?
Put a comment up.
Does this for you? Spanked by Parky? Who's Parky?
It's
Phil
Pocklington.
Yeah. Is it Fleetwood versus Sunderland or something coming up?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Fleetwood are going to win that.
Bring it on, honestly. I'm
Fleetwood will
sick
win.
of playing. I'm sick of playing bigger clubs. It'd be nice to finally play a club a bit smaller than Fleetwood for once.
Right,
Hey,
we've
Ben,
got just
I
one.
think you'll beat Sunderland. Don't worry.
We just got one question from. We just got one in the chat. It's Football Prime Ginger, so we know he's a Celtic fan now.
Good evening. Good evening.
Evening. What's your question? What's your question?
Yeah, so basically, obviously, it was announced today that 4,000 fans could come back into stadiums in England. So I was thinking, should they do that, or should they just let 25% of the capacity?
Percentage, my opinion. So why can you have 4,000 at the Emirates and 4,000 at
Exactly.
South End?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It should be a percentage, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe a fifth. A fifth, would
Do
we say?
you know what I say, Lee? Do you know what I say? Just let everybody back. It's been long enough.
I know, but the trouble is the government are under this pressure at the
No,
moment.
that's the thing. And honestly, it's crazy to think that you can you can't watch a football game, but yet Boris was so quick to save the cinemas. Do you know what I mean? You can all go in and watch whatever you want. You know, it's
Yeah.
mad.
It needs to come back, doesn't it? But we just need this injection. You know, it seems like we're not far away from it, doesn't it? I think they've got
there's so much pressure now.
To be honest.
I think there's so much pressure from the football leagues in both countries where the government are having to go, look, we need to do something, or you're going to have to bail us out. And the government don't want to do a bailout.
No, they don't.
Well, can I just say, from supporting Newcastle, we've got a lot of season ticket holders. So if we get in, say for example, we don't go to tier 3, which I think we are expected to. That's what I've been hearing. I could see a lot of our games behind closed doors. Even when we do get back in, because we've got a lot of season ticket holders, I think I'll be near the back. So I might not even get it until next season. That's the way it's going.
Yeah. Nick Muller's actually put in the comments there, do we think away fans will be at the Euros? I don't think they will.
I don't even know how that works.
Scotland fans going down. I don't know if Gogsy, I don't know if you're going down, but yeah, I know there'll be some amount of Scotland fans going down.
Yes. Well, they will be if they're allowed to, aren't they? But are they just going to travel down and just not go to the game?
Anyway.
Yep.
Do you not think there could be full grounds by the time the Euros kicks in? I mean, it's still a long way yet, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Still another.
Do you know what I mean? They could still do it. I think they're going to have to do something. I mean, with the Euros coming up, they're so confident if the Euros going ahead. I'd like to think that the fans can actually start then going back to normal.
But I think it all depends on country by country as well.
Yeah, I suppose.
It got to be other countries speaking to other countries, and we know how good that goes.
Not very good.
Yeah, exactly. And it's as much as we all want fans back in and all this kind of stuff, and it's that annoying thing when if the arts are allowed to have people in for operas and stuff like that, why are we not allowed football fans in? And I don't get why I do. It's the whole working man versus the pop man kind of thing. And the more that you kind of think about it, the more that if they don't do something soon, they're going to have so many clubs knocking on the door going, we need money. And they're already getting to that point. And there's only
Isn't that League 1, League 2 as well, though, I've been hearing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's only so much that those clubs down there, they rely on gates. Their income is gate receipts, and that's their main income. And if they haven't got that, you're going to lose a lot of decent clubs.
I think, to be honest, the fans of especially League 1, League 2 clubs, especially if you take away the Championship and the Premier League because they're funded by TV pretty much all the time. Yeah, I think it's important that you start letting these League 1, League 2 plus non-league back in as soon as possible from the 2nd, 3rd of December.
I think non-league can go. I think non-league they've already said they can go back, can't they? I'm pretty sure.
It makes sense.
Thank you, Prime Ginger. We'll just thank you very much for the call. Go on, sorry.
Have a good evening.
Cheers. Thank you.
Mate.
Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Right, there we go. Yeah.
I just think it makes perfect sense, honestly, to let these clubs have the fans back, especially down at lower level.
Yeah.
I think we pretty much done all our topics, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty much. All done for the night, I reckon.
Yeah, we've had some. It's been a great show actually tonight. I really enjoyed it. It's really, we've covered some great topics. I think we covered all of it. Was there anything else in your little list, Jake, that we had? I think we've done most of it, haven't we?
I think we've done it all.
We've done it all.
If At the end of the in Once the Stream Goes Live, Lee, do you want to put Dapper's donation link in the pinned comments
Oh
So
yes, I
yeah,
will. Yeah. So once this is up on YouTube, you especially those who are watching it on the sort of rerun, in the comments, I'll have the link for you to donate to Dapper running around the Keep Moat Stadium.
I've offered to go
Start
film
bullet
it
naked, basically.
But
I've
no,
offered to go film it for the FBP.
I'm doing Movember as well. If no notice.
Can we vlog it?
Yeah.
Tell you what, that's one thing I am actually looking forward to doing when we get back to stadiums is the vlogging, because that's where my channels suffer big time, because people love my vlogs and I get good comments. I love just being around the ground and just I have a plan for when I do my vlogs, and it's just sitting at home doing these previews and reviews, and I don't particularly like it. I mean, I have started. I don't know if you've seen it. I've started doing my watch-alongs now because I've been nudged to start doing the Newcastle watch-alongs.
Ah, yeah.
It
And how are they
went
going?
really well. It went really well against Chelsea, so I'm going to do it again on Friday for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, they will. I mean, they're all right, actually. You know, and
I wasn't too sure. I was a bit because there's a lot of other Newcastle YouTubers that do it, but I was nudged. So I thought, well, do you know what? Like, try it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, then we'll just go back to what we were doing. But it's going all right, to be fair.
Of course, yeah, it will do. It will do. And people are fans of your show, and they like the way you talk, and they like your passion about the game. And
I get other Newcastle fans on as well. So like when I've done it on Saturday, I had about 3 or 4 people in, so it kind of helps. It keeps it flowing.
Yeah, really good, brilliant, absolutely. So, if you haven't yet, already,
Ben, thanks for the comment as well.
Subscribe to these guys. We've got Toon Army TV. You can subscribe to him. We've got Dogsy99. You can subscribe to him. We've got Cod's Vlogs. Subscribe to him.
Getting close to 6K.
Punk Chef 41, who's Sheffield Wednesday. Subscribe to him, and of course, Door on Tour. Subscribe to the channel, and he's going to have his green screen, and it's going to be exciting. So thank you very much everyone for tuning in. As I say, there's so much conversation, we can't obviously answer all of your comments. Thanks for those that have donated to the show. Reece, you're an absolute legend. Sunderland fan, but thank you very much everyone. I'm going to go to our let me just get there. Get to the end.
Thanks for letting me in the stream as well, guys.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure having you on. We always like to get a bit of Newcastle in there. We'll just go.
I'll try and be more positive next time, but it's just not right.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're not positive,
talk from the badge. Talking from the badge.
Yes, of course. It's all about passion, and if things are not going right, we are not sponsored, or we don't receive any money from our club, so we are totally neutral, aren't we? And it's all in the heart for our clubs, and we love them. And if things are not going right, we're down. And if things are going great, we're up. Thanks a lot for watching.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Next week, 8 o'clock. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys. See you later.